There's my chat. Hey, Cassie. Hello, hello. Let's see here. Got that set up. Why is that? No. I think my chair is just, there we go. I can't tell why everything looks darker than usual. I don't know. This is so weird. I'm not liking my lighting right now. Gonna get the timer set up, giving some people some space to be able to pop on in. If you guys on TikTok, do me a favor, since I wasn't live last week, TikTok's not pushing my content as much, so if you guys can like the live and share it like in the next 2 or 3 minutes, and that'll help push it out for the rest of the live. TikTok's algorithm is fantastic. With YouTube, I just sit here. Because I don't know how you... I think there's like a like feature on YouTube, but I have not learned enough of the algorithm to know how it works. Hey Lex, what up? How's it going? I am live on YouTube, yes. So I'm live on YouTube and TikTok at the exact same time. So it's your preference where you want to park. On YouTube, you can throw it on a computer monitor, or you can... What do you... Baby, that is not... Seriously? Xena. I don't want to hear it. You have never done that before. Just break it. Jump on the couch, or don't jump on the couch, but don't jump on my iPad. Little brat. Anyways. Sorry, missed a lot of chat here. Book or Kindle, your choice? I didn't see what the question was. 160 pages away from finishing Onyx Storm. There's not enough book left. Just remember, no spoilers, no character names, no signets, no mention of anything pertaining to the book. Thanks for the gifts. And she's like, but Mom, what up, Isabella? Yeah, she normally just jumps on the couch or she jumps in the arm. She's never stepped on my iPad. That's something your brother would do. I know. Anyways. What up, what up? Okay. Kindle or book route? I can't do Kindle unless I have to, so that's on me. But there's too many things. There are too many things, Lex. And prayers, sorrows, prayers. Kelso, yeah, I will always... The YouTube live will be on at the same time. If it doesn't pop up, maybe give it a minute for it to buffer. But you may or may not get a notification. That's just technology. Empezó mi live favorito para leer. Hello, Christina! We are here. Clock is running. I'm gonna blame Xena on that. I'm gonna say it's Xena's fault. Sorry. Gonna try and get my book done today. 160 pages left. Awesome. Hello, Alicia. Hi, Kate. Finishing up Addie LaRue, then starting Throne of Glass. Hopping onto YouTube. Okay, awesome. For those on YouTube who are confused, I am live on YouTube and TikTok, so I will be talking to both y'all. This will be fun. Kelso, I might actually recommend, if you're able to, read Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. It's also by V.E. Schwab, same author as Addie LaRue. there's an Easter egg, very small Easter egg in Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, from Addie LaRue. You do not have to read one to read the other. They're both standalones. It's just like a Schwab Easter egg thrown in there. I love Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. That was such a fun read. So I'm reading Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint by Sing & Song. Nice. All right. I think we're golden. We're going to go ahead and get the timer started. You can step here. If you step on that thing one more... Xena. Get off of that. You can come here. You've never done that before. You can come here. Lazy bum. Come here. Come on. You are so spoiled. You're not getting the iPad. Nope. You wanted to come here. You are here. I don't want to hear it. Happy Wednesday, miss! Okay, you guys got 1 minute to grab all your books and drinks and snacks and jazz. Oh my god. I heard you, but you could have walked from the top to the arm. You did not have to get on my iPad. Got it? Gatitos. I gotta get my Xena pillow. That's what she's looking for. Okay. Yeah, there you come running. Come on. Come on. It's your pillow. And there she goes. You're welcome. Capricious is my Oreo. Xena wants to be an iPad kid so much. She just wants the most difficult route to anything. Alright guys, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everybody. I did forget something. did that sprint go for everybody? Alright. Chipping away, chipping away. Probably not gonna finish this book till tomorrow. I hate that, but it's okay. Which tomorrow is still July. So it still counts. 26 pages for Talia. Awesome. Let's see what I got. If my internet wants to show that. Let's see. Trying to finish before tomorrow too for that exact reason. Yeah. And I mean, my rule of thumb is if you don't finish the book like until August 1st, that's okay. It still counts as July. If you've read 50% of the book or more in July and you finish it within the first 2 days of the next month, it counts. 6% of my book, don't know how many pages that is. That's excuse me, that's still good. Spent this sprint crocheting my Halloween characters for spooky season. Next sprint, Brissinger. Isabella got 50% in. Where did I put my books? Let me see. My book tracker. I actually, if I have time tomorrow to do this, I filmed a YouTube video. And I haven't posted it yet because apparently my phone ran out of storage and I couldn't get the video out of the phone. But I filmed something and I'm hoping to post it tomorrow or the next day. Hola, hola! Currently reading There's Something About Mira by Sinelli Dev. Started reading it by the pool. Pool reading is fun, but I'm always paranoid of having raccoon eyes or having like a tan line. So I don't like covering my head when I'm in the sun. That's weird. I know, you should cover your skin, protection. I wear a lot of sunblock. But I'll start reading a book and I'm like, I can't see because you're blinding me. Where did my reading list? Yeah, so I decided to hopefully do a series. I say hopefully because this month is weird. This month I have more time to read, I have more time to make videos, I have more time to post videos, but pretty soon in the next upcoming months, like July and January tend to be our slowest months. Every other month gets very, very busy. Spring and fall are busiest times, so I can't guarantee a consistent schedule on YouTube, but I have decided that when I do have a chance, I will record 10 books out of my wrapped TBR explaining why I got them and if I'm still going to keep them. That's always fun. Almost finished The Compound by Aisling Raw. It's such an uneasy feeling book. Okay. That is one way to pitch a book. Where's my pages? Okay, so I got to 248. 60%. Ugh. I had a lot of sunblock too, but luckily I was reading in my Kindle on my glasses. Oh yeah, I'd have transition. I like my current read. I'm really trying to, like, there's so much happening, and I love it when authors are good at foreshadowing. Like, they leave little descriptions or they put down little phrases and you're like, anybody else who just reads the story is missing these little... I'm tabbing a lot. I'm enjoying this book. It is a different... I don't know how else to say it. It's a different style of writing. It's a different style in dialogue. And a lot of people who are not open-minded might not like this book for the mere fact that it makes them uncomfortable. Whereas this is the kind of book, like, I am learning so much more. I'm getting educated because there's some things in here that I'm having to look up that might be normal for one community, and it's just not normal for me. But the plot is fantastic. The story, the characters are awesome. It's different. It's different. Brutal take on reality TV, like Love Island meets Survivor meets End Stage Capitalism. I can't do anything that's close to I can't do anything close to reality shows because I used to work on reality shows. And when you work on a reality show, you just can't watch them anymore. You can't. So bad. I went to the library today and they had Ledge and Chasm. Yes! Have I ever thought about writing my own book? I have had the same story in my head since middle school. But I've also had the same writer's block in my head since middle school. Like, I know how the story begins, where it's going, and how it ends. I don't know what happens in between. The biggest problem is, though, again, I've had this story in my head since middle school. When I saw the Avatar movie for the first time in theaters, I remember sitting there in theaters and thinking, well, I can't write my story. Because it literally, like, it's not exactly the same story, but the whole premise of the guy having to kind of live with this tribe, and the daughter of the chief trains him, and he winds up being the best warrior, but then something happens and the whole tribe turns against him. I'm like, that's my book. That's the plot of my book. So after the Avatar movie, I kind of threw it so far in the back burner that it's there. I can name all my characters, but the moment I write it, it's going to be like, this is Avatar. Well, no, it wasn't. You know, it's been in my head since 2002, but okay. 50% done with Destroy the Day. I've heard so much about that series. I remember, like, I meant to read that trilogy last year and I didn't. I have not read it yet, but the books were so hard to find, and that's usually a good sign. When the books are hard to find, that's a really good sign. What up, Michelle? I just got a copy of Fork, Witch, and the Worm. Yes, read it before Murtag. Read it before Murtag. One of the stories will be kind of like an overlap. Like, one of the short stories will be from one perspective, and then you'll kind of glimpse it again from a different perspective in Murtag. Write it anyway. Nobody has your voice. Nobody has the story. Yeah, I definitely would have to sit back. Like, I have notebooks full of my characters. My friend told me, like, make them real. Give them a blood type. Give them what's their favorite foods. Like, I have notebooks of my character breakdowns. It started off, me and my friend Michelle in middle school were starting to write this, like, story. And then we kind of both split on where, like, on our ideas kind of split on where the rest of the story would go. But then from there, my story started kind of like branching in my head. I have to see, because I haven't sat down to try and write anything, and I would be a lot more worried about the progression of writing a book. Like, I don't know, I'm the kind of person who would have to outline it, and I don't know, it was something fun, and it's a fun story that stuck in my head, but never really had the ambition to be an author, I guess, is maybe the thing. Like, the story's there, but I definitely don't have the time, and it's not something that was ever, like, a goal. It was just a really fun story that, honestly, I wish it was made into a movie, but when you sell stories to become movies, you kind of lose rights to a lot of creative freedom, and I feel like I love these characters too much to make any changes. Did I start? I did, okay. But I'm always paranoid that I haven't started the timer, because I would do that. But it would have been a lot of fun had it worked out. I also took a script writing class. And in the script writing class, you would write a script, and the professor took different methods on how they would read scripts in Hollywood to judge our scripts. And one of the things that she did, she's like, you know, we worked on this, like, full length episode, I think it was. Like, it wasn't super long, but we worked on it as a group. And then when we got to the table, she's like, everyone's gonna present, you know, their script. We didn't know, that looks a little dent there. We didn't know that she was gonna be calling out page numbers. And she's like, read this page. okay, read this page and this page. And the pages that she would call out for us to read weren't like, they weren't anything amazing. They were just like talking points. And she's like, every page needs a purpose. And I'm like, dang, man, like, we bonked that project. She was also kind of evil, though. She was very evil in the fact that she purposely put all of the leaders together in groups. Like, she built groups with specific purposes, and she put all the leaders and the strong voices together in one group because we wouldn't work together. So we learned a lesson, but dang. It was like 2 of us that took over the project. Not me, but 2 of us in the group that took over the project, and they wrote their own pages and changed the story. And then when it came time to turn in the final project, we're like, what the heck? Like, that's not what we agreed on. Group projects suck. All right. All right, we got 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everyone. Yeah. What does that mean? Ah. I'm literally at like the last paragraph of this chapter, and I think it's a major plot twist. Oh my goodness. How did that go for you guys? Only got 15 only 15. Only 15 pages. I did better on that one. That one definitely I did a lot more because of how crazy the story was getting. Isabella got 52. You're at 52%. I just hit 65%. I just want to start the new book already. It just came out. I want to start it already. I'm invested. What is gonna happen to Malik? Started a new book called. Oh, started a new book because the other one said failed to download. No. That is sad. That is bad. Got to page 111 in Iron Widow. Better have Heavenly Tyrant ready. Page 58 out of 355. Mackenzie, what book are you reading? Got to page 130 in Oppenheimer. Gabby, how long have you been reading that book? Either you've been reading it for a bit, or like a bunch of people just happen to read that book at the exact same time. Is when you're reading book 1 in the series. Yes, I am reading. So this is Blood at the Root. It is book 1 in the series. Book 2 just came out yesterday. And if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the author is going to be doing an author event, book signing on August 9th in Dallas. Take a while to read it. No, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I was just like, is everyone just interested in this book all of a sudden? I could have sworn when people were reading it. Let's see. I have... Oh, I was supposed to finish this book today. I'm falling behind on my schedule. It's okay. It's alright. This can still happen. You Between the Lines. Oh, You Between the Lines by Katie Naiman. Needing a palate cleanser. Gotcha. Has been a bit. I was able to pick up both Iron Widow and Heavenly Tyrant from my library. Yeah, I'm glad they had it. And I got my Aragon box set today. Did you get the regular Aragon box set, the special edition box set? I'm still freaking waiting for... You know what? Did it even get delivered? Did it get delivered? Because nobody knocked on my door. What was it? I'm waiting on my dust jackets to arrive. Let me see. I go to informed delivery. I need y'all to tell me if it's been delivered. Did you do it? Excuse me. Waiting for book 2 from Shadow and Bone to arrive. Hopefully tomorrow. A filler for now. Gotcha. I think it's the regular. Okay. No, you would know. You would know if you got the special edition. It would make a pretty big dent in your bank. You would know. So if you paid the regular amount of money for a box set, you got a regular edition, but it's still awesome. I got the regular hardcover editions. I never got any of the special edition paperbacks because I was happy with my hardcovers. Let's see. Yes. Come on, send me a code. Okay. It was like $42. Okay, no, yeah, you got the regular Aragon edition. Is it still out? Delivered? Give me 2 seconds. Better not have left it at my door. Okay. Now, this was the post office, so more than likely they left it either in my mailbox or they left it in the locker. Yep, delivered in or at mailbox. Okay. Which, I get nervous because my mailman, when I get books, so I'm hoping it's fine. It's not a book. But when I get books, usually the books are like just wide enough so that when they open the mailbox, it's like the apartment mailboxes. When they open the doors, they shove the book in and the book fits like barely perfectly. Sometimes they have to like squeeze it in there, which I hate, and they put it in diagonally. But then they close the mailbox doors, right? Like they like open the big door where mailmen can just like drop in the things. Well, when I open my little door, the frame doesn't let me get the book out. So I'm hoping they don't do that again. I mean, I have a P.O. box now, so I'm trying to like order things to P.O. boxes as opposed to my regular address, but... so after this live, I'll walk over to my mailbox and get my dust jackets. I mean, I'm still going to display the sprayed edge dragons you see over there. The sprayed edge dragons are what's missing the new dust jackets. I'm still showing the dragons, but the new dust jackets are pretty cool. Although I wonder what I'm going to do with the dust jackets that they currently have. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out. Page 232 of Brissinger. I know it because when I got the books, they came from the U.S. Postal Service. They knocked on my door because the box was too big to fit in the locker, to fit, like, they brought it to my door. But obviously if it's packaged that's small enough to fit in the lockers, they'll do that. So it's just the dust jackets for that set. Mine, because my books were delivered on time, I didn't get the dust jackets. Everyone else who had their shipment delayed got everything all together. I don't know why. It just happens. I feel like I haven't seen you. Hello, Katie. Welcome. Welcome in. Welcome back. It has been a bit. I've tried to be a little bit more consistent, but I've also been kind of like stepping back and just taking care of my mental health and physical health. 121 of Honored Vow. Hoping to read at least 50 pages tonight. Oh, it'll get done. Honored Vow. Which one was my favorite in that series? I feel like so much was happening in Honored Vow. Oh, man. Yeah, I think a Vicious Game and an Honored Vow are probably... Or maybe it was a Shadow Crown. One of the books I gave like a 4.5 star because I was like, I thought it was this dude and I was right, like it was predictable. And then in the next book it was like, plot twist, I lied to you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, changing my rating. So, all good, things to look after and prioritize, yes. End of book 3 was my favorite with the major twist. Yeah. Was it the end of book 3? I know after book 3 I was just like, give me. Like, I was so happy that I was reading it as An Honored Vow was released, and I like immediately grabbed the book. But I tell everyone, I'm like, if you like Throne of Glass, or if you never read Throne of Glass and you don't want to support SJM, A Broken Blade, to me, is way better. And the ending is so satisfying. It was just... I love An Honored Vow. I mean, Broken Blade. An Honored Vow is book 4. I love the series of Broken Blade. What up, Libra Gamer? Hello! A very fun series. I think we got 3 more sprints tonight. Always a fun time. Always a fun time. I'm doing good. We're just talking about how I finally got the dust jackets in my mailbox. And I need to finish reading this book tomorrow to stay on track. Or what am I doing this weekend? I do have a birthday party this weekend, but besides that, I do see some reading time. Ooh, tomorrow. Okay, well, I have a very small leg injury. And tomorrow I was supposed to go on a social run. So we're kind of... Tomorrow I may or may not go live. So you guys can always pop in and check. As of right now on my schedule, there's no reading sprints tomorrow. But if I can't go running, then I'll go reading. So we shall see. But besides that, I need to get reading done. I need to get this book and book 2 done. Ideally by Sunday. Which is possible, except book 2 is thicker than this guy. So I might be setting myself up for failure. I got a solo movie date tomorrow and Friday. Solo movie. I haven't found one that I'm like really up to, but I would watch K-pop Demon Hunters with popcorn and wine. I would do that again. I would definitely do that. Yeah, it's shin splints, which is annoying because it's like shin splints take about a week to go away, and I can only ride the bike, and then I have to ice my shins. But at the same time, it's not really on my shin. It's kind of like on a side muscle, so I gotta talk to my coach about that. So it's not like a bad injury. It's just like it's a runner's injury. They're annoying. I did really good running last week. Took it easy. Had fun, and my body this week was like, meh. K-pop Demon Hunters is on repeat for real. It is on repeat. All right, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everybody.
Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
is going... Why did you do that? Ah! When a book makes you question things out loud, it's a good book. How did that go for everyone? Ooh, I'm almost in the 300s. Almost. Let's lower this just a little bit. 70%. I called an author a name out loud tonight. Yeah, I've had some of those. My favorite is when I finish Onyx Storm, and then I made a video of Klaus from the originals. Just a montage of him yelling, Rebecca! Because that's really, when I finished the book, that's all I thought was, Rebecca! Finished Bookshops and Bone Dust. The epilogue was the best. It is. There's another one coming out, but I don't know if it's related. Like Bookshops and Bone Dust has the same character from Legends and Lattes, but I don't know if the next book that's coming out is also with the same character. I've heard it does. Just finished Crown of Midnight. Nice. Another 30 pages done. Just started 3% into Arc. Crown of Briars, a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Nice. Page 242 of Just for the Summer. 543 of Fourth Wing. It already has a 4.8. Yeah, the arcs I'm skeptical, because a lot of people will only review an arc if it's good, or they will only leave a good review. So I normally ignore the reviews until, like, I'm gonna read the arc and I'll make my own assumption. I only really look at reviews if it's been out for a bit, and usually if it's like a 3.8 or higher, then it's probably good. 10 pages left, and it's one of those bizarre books where I don't really know how this ends. Nice. Yes, Bridgens and Bread Knives has the owner of the bookshop. Oh, nice. Arc is advanced reader copy. So, for example. This is an arc that I just finished last week. So normally arcs are not for sale. If anybody is selling an arc, they are stupid. Normally arcs will even say advanced reader's copy, not for sale. They'll have it in some way, shape, or form on the cover. This book comes out August 5th. So normally authors or publishers will send either you, or this was actually sent to a local bookstore. And the bookstore was like, hey, if you guys want to read an arc, take one off the table. You read it, and it's basically for you to review it before the book comes out. So it's already generating some hype. It's already generating some marketing through readers. They talk about it. So when the book comes out, it's already got some, I guess, like, words on it. This one I barely finished, and I haven't had a chance to film a review. I don't always film a review. I'll normally just like type out the review, because I try not to be, but I tend to be a lot more critical on arcs, and I shouldn't be. But in my head, especially if it's like this one's not a debut novel, author, but if it's like a debut book, I'm like, I don't know. I should not be as critical. This one, for example, is a middle grade reader. So this one I really had to go in with a different mindset, thinking, okay, I have to be able to forgive a lot of things because it's meant for middle grade. It's not going to be as elaborative as an adult or a young adult read. This one was a lot of fun. I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5. The Island of Forgotten Gods deals with Puerto Rican mythology, Puerto Rican lore. You got 3 kids the ages of like 12 and 13 that go to Puerto Rico to spend the summer with their abuelita. One of them is trying to make a documentary. He has to film a documentary for a film contest, and whereas he's trying to film one thing, they wind up being chased by a monster and learning about the lore of Puerto Rican mythology and trying to stop this monster from destroying them, and what is this monster and what am I filming. And it was a lot of fun going through and visiting like my favorite parts of the island. So No, Sharon, this one I literally, at my bookstore, they just had a table of ARCs. I've never been given, like, publisher mail. I've only ever been given a book, by an author once, like, author mail, and, that's because me and him were, like, chatting on TikTok. He wanted me to read his book. Authors that reach out to me, a lot of authors will give me a copy and paste message. And I'm like, wow, that wasn't personalized. They're like, wow, we really love your content. We think you'd be a great fit to be an ARC reader for our dark academia, spicy shadow daddy, morally gray character book. Really? What on my page gave you that idea? So, if you go to your local bookstores, a lot of them are given ARCs by publishers. Like, there's at least 2 bookstores that I go to all the time that have ARC sections. And you literally go in, and they just ask that you don't grab all of them. Grab an ARC, and please read it and review it before the book comes out. So these ARCs are free. Now, there are some ARCs like Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. Or I scored 2 on NetGalley that are like, one's from A.K. Mulford. It's book 3 of River of Golden Bones. That one I'm going to be reading probably next month because the book comes out in November. And then I also got Dragon... Why do I always forget what this book is called? The Dragon Wakes with Thunder, which is book 2 to The Night Ends with Fire. Both of those I was not expecting to get. And the Dragon Wakes with Thunder, I got approved for that last weekend, which is crazy because the book comes out in less than a month. Yeah, a Polycon will have ARC tables, and like what I hate about the convention centers that have ARCs, again, get it, read it, review it. I don't see a problem in passing an ARC to somebody else if you want to, but ARCs are not to be sold. Bookstores do not sell ARCs. Booksellers should not sell ARCs. I have seen some ARCs at used bookstores, but at least they're selling them like a regular book. They're not selling them like a collector's edition type of thing. But anyways, that is an ARC. That is different from a beta reader. A beta reader, you're a lot more heavily involved, and I think you're also going through the editing process and giving a lot more critical input back to the author. ARC reading is like, here's the book. It's not 100% perfect, but it's like 95% complete as far as like editing errors, things like that. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, one person was saying that ARC had some Spanish translations that were mistranslated. They weren't translated correctly, but when they got the actual book on release day, they were corrected. So ARCs are not always perfect, so you do have to read them with a grain of salt and be nice on your reviews with that in mind. Now, if the book just flat out stinks, there was an ARC that I read, I think I gave it like a 3 or a 3.5, which for me, a 3 or a 3.5, I'm finding a lot of issues. I'm not keen on it. It's not bad, but it's forgettable and I wouldn't pick it up again. There was an ARC that I read that would have been awesome, except the main character was so flat. He kind of felt like the main character of a video game where it's like, I must go do this. And, oh no, they took my sister. It is my duty to get her back. And I'm like, dude, I feel no emotional connection between you and anything happening. I was more emotionally invested and connected with the side characters in that book. But with him, he was just so flat. It felt like I was controlling the hero of a video game. Like, he doesn't have to have a reason to do anything. He's just doing it because he needs to. So, sometimes ARC reviewing is not fun. This one, though, I just need to figure out, I don't know if I'll do a video for this one. This one's fun, and it comes out next Tuesday. It's middle grade. So I think it's definitely fun for kids, definitely fun for middle schoolish grade. Even, it's still a fun read. Now, if you're Puerto Rican, if you have friends who are Puerto Rican, this one will be fun. It's a lot of fun. For NetGalley, the more you review, the better your chances are for getting the popular authors. Yeah, I was very shocked because I was sitting on book 3 of River of Golden Bones for a while. But again, it doesn't come out till November. So I wanted to, like, take my time, read it closer to that. So I was very shocked I got approved for Dragon Wakes with Thunder. But as soon as both of those get reviewed, then I'll apply for more. As of now, I'm kind of hesitant. So, I gave a lot of 4s, rarely 5s. See, I give a lot of 5s, but I think it's also because I'm picky with what I read. I don't read everything that everyone gives me. I will look and see what piques my interest. A 5 is awesome, no problems. A 4, I really enjoyed it. A few little issues, but I really enjoyed it. A 3, there was quite a few issues. I could easily forget this book. A 2, I really wanted to know what happened, but this sucked. A 1, book club is holding me hostage and I have to read it. No, even then, if it was... A 1 would have to be like life or death situation. I have to read this book. We got 2 more sprints tonight. What up, Rosa? Let's see. Oh, Francis, I just saw your message. Francis, are you Puerto Rican? If you're still here. Got 2 more sprints for the night. Yeah, if it's below a 2, I tend to DNF it. And it's very rare because I'm very picky with what I read. And I'm very open to just magic systems and young adults. And I'm very open-minded to a lot of books. So it takes a lot for me to DNF it. It really does. 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everybody. So much stuff is happening in this book. So much stuff is happening. Ooh, and I like that. I like the way that looks. That looks nice. That looks really nice. All right. Let's see. Where am I now? Yay, that was 75%. Yeah. Salt Magic Chapter 4 almost done. I need to change the stickers for subscribers because, okay, I have not updated the subscriber stickers since TikTok first went down because I kept thinking, what's the point of doing subscribers if TikTok's gonna go away? And they kept extending it and extending it and extending it. It's like, you know what? I will change the stickers for subscribers. I'll still keep the Xena and Glitch stickers. So basically, if you subscribe to my TikTok, YouTube subscription is free. If you subscribe on TikTok, you can post stickers. And I think there's still Christmas stickers. That's how long it's been. So I apologize. But I might work on those. I have a list of things I need to work on. I finally filmed my first YouTube, well, not my first YouTube video. I think it's like my first coming back YouTube video. I don't know. Yeah, the holiday one's the holiday dragon. It's been a bit. Christmas in July. In July, because it's not August yet. Oh my gosh, guys, my birthday's next month. Like, when you're an adult, you really do forget. Like, I've known it was going to be August next month, but all I keep thinking about is my out-of-town trip and then scheduling flights for my crew for the next month. And it's like, I've only been thinking about work and release dates. There's a lot of Book Talk August people. I found this out last year, and I was just like, does it just everyone who likes books born in August? 28th for me. So mine's like towards the back end, but that means that on Friday, I need to start checking my email for free food stuff. If you go to Firehouse Subs on your birthday and show your ID, you get a free sub. Who else does free stuff? I think Red Robin gives you a free burger, but you have to eat it in the restaurant, which is not bad. August 31st. One of my friends is August 31st. Almost birthday twinsies. Any March babies? There probably are. If not in here, they're definitely in Book Talk somewhere. Let me get my water. Hang on, I need to get my notebook and write that down. Yeah. Subscription stickers. This is like stuff that I've had to like work on. Sub stickers. Oh well. I've always wanted to get a full day of birthday freebies. I did that before and it was so much easier. Now, a lot of the restaurants are like, you get a free this if you spend this much, or if you get a full entree, or if you, it's like, yeah, I mean, if I went to Starbucks, I would only get like a tea. Like, I don't drink coffee. So never forget it's coming right when it's going to happen, right? At least with mine, I got like a full month of reminders somewhat. I'm trying to think of what else gives you like a free something. It used to be a lot before. I think cold, oh my god, what's the ice cream called? Cold, I think a brain fart. Somebody save me. Cold something. Oh my gosh. Cold Stone. Yes, Cold Stone. I think Cold Stone gives you like a free scoop or 2 free scoops or something. Hawaiian Bros gives you $10 off. Nice. I need Bahama Bucks to give me something for free. Ooh, I should look that up. I've never had, I only signed up to Bahama Bucks maybe like a year ago, but like after my birthday. And for me, if I'm ever in a very ticked off, horrible kind of mood and you want to cheer me up, snow cones or pork chops. Ava, are you saying they should do it, or they should? Because if they should, I'm gonna jump on that so fast. But I really wonder what Barnes & Noble's... They're probably gonna be like, on your birthday, you get 2% off. We shall see. That'd be fun, though. I think I'm gonna be in Austin for my birthday, though, because I'm literally meeting... RF Kwong was coming to my Metroplex on my birthday, and tickets sold out. So, instead, I'm gonna go meet RF Kwong for the Catabasis release on the... I'm gonna meet her on the 27th in Austin. So, I'll probably be in Austin with my family. Which means, I honestly feel like the half-price books in downtown Austin, it feels to me bigger than the flagship in Dallas. And I don't know if it's because the flagship in Dallas has like a huge music section and restaurant and all that stuff. Like, I just feel like the fantasy section is so much bigger in downtown Austin. I don't know. We'll see what I do. Free food and books. Sounds good. Cheesecake Factory used to give you a free slice of cheesecake, but now it's like minimum purchase. Yeah, I hate the minimum purchase ones. I need a Barnes & Noble. Talia, you guys have something similar. So, like, Canada doesn't have Barnes & Nobles. They have Indigo, I believe. UK doesn't have Barnes & Nobles. They have Waterstones. So, you guys will have something similar. So, even though it's not Barnes & Nobles, you guys should have a bookstore that's like the big chain bookstore. They are tiny and I hate it. Is that, you guys have like a really like big bookstore chain? Because I feel like every country has at least one, or every like major. I think Canada is Indigo. Am I thinking that correctly? I feel like Canada is Indigo because every time I go, it's the Indigo bookstores. Ooh, and UK has Blackwell's. Blackwell's is, I love Blackwell's. Blackwell's and, is it It Works or The Works? I think it's It Works. No, I think it's The Works. One of those. Your phone cut you off. No. The bookstore themselves aren't large, so limited books in there. Oh, gotcha. Barnes & Noble's. Okay, so Talia, I will say Barnes & Noble stores are massive, but I feel like all the books are so spread out. If the bookstore is smaller, the shelves are taller, but if it's more spread out, not only are bookshelves even like shorter, but a lot of books are on repeat on the table, so they make it look like it's full massive. But there's times that I go to the fantasy section, or I'll go to the sci-fi section, or I'll go to the young adult section, and a lot of what I'm looking for isn't there. So I prefer used bookstores because those, especially like half-price books, like those get like loaded with books. Oh, they changed the name from Chapters to Indigo. Okay, gotcha. I just want to walk into a bookshop and be shocked. Dude, if you ever go to Portland, I still haven't posted that video. So I posted a video about a used bookstore in Milwaukee, and I was like, this is the biggest bookstore? No. The one in Portland was so big that we ran out of time and I didn't get to film all of it. So, like, I think I have a video. I haven't done any editing yet. Like, it's just sitting in my files. I should put that together. But I don't even think I have, like, a proper ending to it, because my friend and I showed up with an hour and 15 minutes before they closed. And we were, like, racing, trying to, like... I was going through books. And he was, like, watching me go through books. Because when we go book shopping, we take our time. Let me see. So QBD from Australia. So I'm wondering if you guys might even have the same amount of books. It just looks smaller because it's not duplicated and spread out so much. Plus, Barnes & Noble has like the whole gift section where it has like journals and trinkets and things like that. And then it has the Starbucks coffee shop. So a lot of times it looks huge. But I don't know. I tend to just like, if there's a new book I want to get that's not available anywhere else, then I'll get it there. Hi, Amy. What the? TikTok just gave me an alert saying you should greet your viewers by name to attract more viewers. I'm like, why are you giving me advice? When did that start? How do I turn that off? How do I shut you up? No, TikTok. No. We have a bookstore in Columbus, Ohio called the Book Loft. The last time I went to Columbus, it was before I was on Book Talk. Because I've been to Columbus twice, but I wasn't looking for bookstores then. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out if we ever go back there again. What's the one in Milwaukee? The one in Milwaukee is, I think it's called like Downtown Books Bought and Sold. I think it's what it's called in Milwaukee. Downtown Books Bought and Sold, something like that. Puerto Rico has the Bookmark. I gotta check that one out. Want to go to Well Read Damsel in Milwaukee. I haven't been to that one. The one in Portland is Powell's. Google Powell's. This thing is like the size of 3 Barnes and Nobles, and it's like a maze of itself. And unfortunately, we didn't make it to the collection floor on the 5th level. Powell's bookstore is a beast, and I think we're going back to Portland again. And oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It took an in and out. Alright guys, this is the last sprint of the night. Last sprint. So happy reading, everybody. I'm getting to like a major plot twist and I'm like, was I right? Did I predict this correctly the entire time? Oh my gosh, how many pages do I have left? Oh, I have less than 100 pages. I am finishing this by tomorrow. I'll probably during the day. So, oh my gosh, this got like so much better than I thought it was. This is such a good read. Such a good read. All right. How did that go for you guys? How was that reading sprint for you guys? I may or may not be live tomorrow. As of now, I was supposed to be going to a running store and running with a social group, but it depends on my leg. So if I don't run tomorrow, then I'll hop on so you guys can check it out. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel and it should notify you whether it's app or email. If you're on TikTok, hit the notification button on my face at the top of the screen and it should notify you if I go live. It might not, so just be on the lookout for that. But for now, I will say goodnight to everybody. I am planning on posting a YouTube video in the next day or so. I have to edit the video, but I'm pretty confident in having that done soon. So, follow my YouTube page. I'll say goodnight to YouTube then. YouTube, thank you guys so much for popping in. Thanks for reading with me. I will hopefully start a brand new book tomorrow, which will be book 2 that just came out yesterday. So, YouTube, thanks for popping in. I will catch you guys on the next one hopefully tomorrow. If not, follow my schedule and I'll see you guys on Friday. Good night.